Alrighty, we will just be trying to go through some of the Python assignments. Sorry about the low production value this time, I'm setting up a new system. Anyways, let's have a look at the first one here, where I have my Pokemon data. I want to import it into pandas, and then we have some questions that we'll go through. So, where is my Python code? I've already run the code to get the file, and the first thing I need is I need my pandas as PD so I can actually import my data. And I remember, otherwise I can look it up, but I remember that I need to use pd.import CSV, and the name of the file in this case is Pokemon data.csv. Let's see if I actually remember it. No, I made something wrong. What did I do? Read CSV, I think it's called, not import. Let's see. So at least the code works. I import pandas as PD, so basically shortening it. Then I read the CSV, and if I want to check, I can just output my df and say, yeah, I am getting all of the data as a pandas data frame. The first question here, what is the sum of the values in column 5? I'm going to split it into two. First, I want to figure out how do I select only the first column. I do not remember. So let's see here, how to select one column in pandas. And I Google that, and we can see, where do we have it? I could look at this and say, okay, do we have an example here I can use? And I'll just scroll down and say, okay, I could ask for, where is it? I could just ask for the age, for instance. In this case, I want my speed, so I should be able to just ask for the speed. Let's see what that outputs. Yeah, I only get the speed now. Is that what I wanted? Yes. Well, actually, I wanted column 5, so how do I do that? If I recall right, that has something to do with iLookup or iLocate. So pandas iLoc. There we go. An example. Come on. Where do we have it? Here. df.iloc 0. So I can do the same. That one we're gonna save because I'm gonna need that in a second. 5th column. That was the 5th line, so I'm guessing it's maybe something like that. Let's see. There we go. 5th column, well, technically 6th, because we all know pandas counts from 0, so I can change it if needed. But I now found column 5. Now I need to sum it up. How do I do that? I actually think there's just a function called sum. No. Then we will just look up how to do that. Pandas sum column. Give me an example. Maybe I just need to add that. There we go. I've now summed up all of the different values in the 5th column. What is the maximum value of the column with the heading speed? Well, I already know how to select my speed, and then I'm gonna guess. Maybe there's one called max. Well, there sure is. So the maximum is 180. And finally, list the Pokemons that has a speed stat of the maximum that we found before. So I'm gonna call this is max, just so I have it saved somewhere. And then I need I know that I'll be working with my data frame, and I know I'm only interested in the parts where the speed is equal to S max. Is it something like that? We'll see. Well, what do you know? Where's my speed? 180. So that told me which Pokemon, there's only one, that matches a maximum speed, so the speed of 180. So that's basically how you could go through the entire thing here. And if you were to explain it, well, first line you already have, gets the data file from GitHub, import pandas as PD, make sure that we have the pandas toolbox available, shortened to PD. We then read our CSV file, Pokemon data CSV, into a data frame. We use ilocate, so that's, you could say, number locate, find the fourth or fifth column, and basically sum it up. Then we can look at our speed, find the max, save it as something, and then print out what is the Pokemon that has the max speed. Okay, and if you then were asked, well, okay, maybe we want to do it with, I don't know, what else do we have? Let's say I wanted to figure out, okay, who has the highest attack? Well, that's easy. I just change it to attack in both places. Run the first one, run the second one, and suddenly we have the one that has the maximum attack. If you were asked for a specific value, so maybe I want to figure out who has an attack of, I don't know, 102. Let's see if there's anything. There sure is. 110. And sometimes we get more hits. That's what I wanted to show you at the end. But that's basically how you could run through something like this, where you are asked to manipulate data in different ways. Let's just see. Yeah, so that was question 9, for instance.